perfect ride is a ride that, when I finish, it reminds me that cycling is everything and it's nothing.
I would describe Kit as like a genuine joy to be around. She is fiercely loyal and interesting, and I know with absolute certainty that I will have a good time when I'm with her.
It can only get lower from there though. We did a 200k a few months ago in Scotland, but it was completely flat. But I can't remember the last time we did 180k of hills. Today we planned a ride that started at a good friend's house, Ems, in Holmfirth. And then we decided to map a route that went across the country and finished at my family's house on the Wirral. It was actually a really long ride. It was 180k with quite a lot of climbing. But it was that perfect balance where it felt like it was going to push us both to a limit where we now have a very husky voice, but enough that we knew we could do it. And it wasn't going to get to that point where it was unenjoyable or we either of us panicked that we wouldn't finish it. I think planning a perfect ride, it rarely only depends on the route. So for me, like, a perfect ride is all about pulling together a set of ingredients that you absolutely love, that give you joy, and then just being completely open to what happens. Without a shadow of a doubt, number one is the company that you ride with. So finding someone who not only rides like you, but also who you just absolutely cherish. The second thing is finding a good route that has like amazing cafe stops along the way. So ideally a cafe stop that you've not been to, or one that you just absolutely love, and it gives you an opportunity to go and experience that. It's all right, guys. Only 164k to go. The third one is having an amazing finish line to make it feel all, not even just worthwhile, but to make it like a memory. But the final ingredient that is just, nothing will ever beat this in a perfect ride, is finishing at your family home. Because we ride a lot, and it's for good reason. Like, it adds a huge quality to our life. It gives us like a sense of community and a sense of purpose. But if you ride by yourself and you have all maybe those other ingredients, you have good cafes, you have a good finish line, you have a good route, you can get to the end of a ride and think, will this memory like die pretty quickly because I'm the only one who's experienced this? And it can often feel a little bit flat. But as soon as you bring somebody else in, or you have that family finish line at the end, you've suddenly created a day that you'll remember, and that's often because of the people. Like, I adored the ride today. The route was amazing, but the thing that I will always take away is the après moment with my family, eating, drinking, talking. That's the thing when you ride around here, is even small sections of the ride feel epic. Like, that felt like you've just done I don't know, something bigger than what you, like, maybe you is on paper. It feels like more epic.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I could answer how cycling makes me feel in so many different ways. I think one end of the spectrum is quite deep. It gives me purpose, it's reductive, it's singular, which is very rare in today's age, to have just this one focus. And then I think from the other side, where I am always very aware that it is just cycling, it is just a hobby, we're very lucky to do it. I think the word that always comes to my mind is it just gives me hope. I love what I do, and I love who I spend my time with, but it doesn't mean that things don't feel difficult. And cycling just always gives me that sense of hope, and that everything's okay, everything's great, this is all I need, this kind of reductive feeling of you've got everything that you need in this moment, no matter where you ride. So this is the Cat and Fiddle. It's a massive climb up this way, which we're going to descend. We're also, I think, at the last very difficult climb of the day.
Right.
Let's order some food. I moved to London in 2014, and I'd actually just had a back operation, so was a cyclist. You know, I'd had a bike for about a year, but it was almost like relearning it again because you're in a completely different city. I'd only just getting back on the bike after like 7 months off after an operation. But thankfully I then found a group of women, which meant that I stayed in the sport, because I think I was very close to just thinking, oh, maybe this isn't for me. You know what, I will grab a water and a Coke, please. A watered down Coke can save you on any ride.
No, not even a little bit, mate.
What?
You have to pay me to drink that.
What? It's like a completely different vibe now, isn't it? I think at one point in our life, like both Em and I raced for a little while. A perfect ride would be getting to the end, and success is, am I stronger, am I fitter, and am I more ready for the next race? Whereas now, success is, have I had a great day? Has it made me happier? Has it been a complete antidote to all the other things I do in my life? And they're incredibly lucky things to experience. And when I look back, I've got memories with Em, I've got really great memories with my boyfriend, Joe, memories with my race team, Scarpa, and they're all so different. You know, some of them are really extreme performance and some are just really extreme, like living and being on the bike. And I honestly don't think I would have experienced those feelings if I didn't ride. My family would probably be really drunk. They'd probably start drinking about 4 o'clock thinking we were getting their ride.
What a problem.
Oh my. Okay, let's go. A perfect ride at this point in time in my life, in my situation that I find myself in, is a ride that when I finish, it reminds me that cycling is everything and it's nothing. Like, it's everything because of what it gives me and the value that it gives me, and I get to spend time with a good friend for that amount of time. But it's also a humbling reminder that actually what happens on the bike is nothing. It's all about the people, the experience, the family, the people that you surround yourself with, and the bike is just one way to experience all of that.
Took your time, lady.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh yeah, it was going so smoothly. Oh.
Well done. Well
Thank you for waiting for us. If we'd have just gone home, or if I wasn't riding with you, you would have had that epicness. But then you go home and you kind of think, oh, that was, no one else shared that memory. It's why I said my perfect ride finishes here. It's because you're not just waiting to get back to where you started. You're getting closer to you lot every time. I have 2.
Oh. Cheers.
We're not giving all our champagne to you, mate.
Cheers.
Well done, mate.
Well done,
Thank
well
you.
done.